Hi all, I'm Sid and today I will be reviewing a phone from Micromax. Well, it does not have the same ring to the ears that it had till a couple of years back, does it? The thing is, Oppo's, Vivo's, Xiaomi's and most importantly Xiaomi have dethroned our very own Indian brand Micromax out of the game. More importantly, Micromax has not had one major release since the death of the U series in the country. So, with the Micromax Dual 5, this phone is their comeback and hopes are very high from it. But the question is it good enough this time? And most importantly, is this phone worth your dime? Well, let's start this review and end this rhyme. Now before even starting this review, I want to make one thing very clear. This is not an Indian phone. This is a rebranded version of Qiku 360 Q5. So by buying this over a Xiaomi, you're not helping the Indian economy in any way. I'll make a separate video on its political and social impact, but for the sake of this review, let's keep politics aside. Let's focus on the phone. I'll start by talking about the designing first. The designing on the smartphone is pretty neat. You get aircraft grade aluminium on the back, which also curves very nicely to give the phone an ergonomic feel. It feels very good in the palm. Apart from that, you get two lenses at the back, which also give the phone its name, Dual. Plus, the fingerprint scanner is placed in precision to these lenses and the overall look that you get is of premiumness. Things I don't like include the glassy front, which breaks the metallic continuity, and that the capacitive buttons on the front are not backlit. But these minor quibbles aside, the phone is very premium, it looks very nice, so it's a job very well done by Qiku. Heading to the display now, things get better. You get a 5.5-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display, the same one that you find on Samsung flagships. And colors and contrast were never an issue, even though the display being overly reflective at times was. Actually, let's do one thing. Let's start counting what all Micromax has done right with the smartphone. Though at the end, none of that will matter. But it's good to have a tab on what all it takes to make a good comeback smartphone. So, great display, good design, check and check. Heading to performance now, it's not that bad. You get a Snapdragon 652 CPU on board with 4 GB of RAM. But then again, it's nothing special. Still, performance was not an issue. Even in trivial tasks like opening apps or high-end tasks like gaming, there were no concerns I had whatsoever. The concerns start from this point on. Till date, Micromax has not been able to deliver software performance that is at par with the competition. Heck, they even murdered the Cyanogen OS with the Utopia. And with the Dual 5, they haven't improved much. The software, first of all, is buggy. For instance, it took me days to sign into my Google account because the phone could not communicate with the servers. A bug that was triggered because there was no SIM card in my phone. Weird, but true. Apart from that, it is pretty bloated as well. There are a lot of Chinese apps like 360 Security which are there all the time. But the most important issue of all is that the phone runs on Android Marshmallow. Had it been a Samsung, I was at least assured of a software update. But with Micromax, maybe not. But does that mean I hate the software? Well, no. Things like this app cleaner and this app freezer are pretty dope. And most importantly, Micromax is focused a lot on security with the smartphone. If someone tries to unlock your phone with multiple failed attempts, his pic gets captured for you to see. The fingerprint scanner is there, it's fast, and most importantly, it's multi-purpose. And you also get a security vault, which is a magical way to store your secret content, and the way it gets launched is even more magical. Register one finger to unlock the screen, and the other one to straight away take you into your vault right from the home screen. Plus, there is an anti-theft mechanism which will send you the location of the device and keep it turned on if someone tries to fiddle with your SIM tray. So the bottom line is that the phone harps a lot about security, which is appreciated, and hence it's another tick for the smartphone. But now let's talk about the sheen of this device. Its cameras. They are good. They are very good. Both the cameras work together to give you some amazing amount of detail and some amazing colors as well. The day shots are excellent and the HDR mode, though slightly slow to process, does deliver. Moreover, it's got two additional modes, blurry, which captures some amazing depth of field, and night, which fetches you some great looking night shots. So overall, the rear camera is pretty amazing. And this amaze does transcend into the secondary camera as well, which too is of 13 megapixels, and apart from shooting high-res selfies in the day, the physical flash makes it a winner in the night too. Now if I talk about the extra features you get on the smartphone, they are a lot. Right from apps telling you about health to heat, or the presence of a smart key at the side just like an on a smartphone which can do a lot of tasks. or it may be the presence of an IR blaster, or the myriad of gestures and actions this phone supports. But my favorite of the lot is the 1-year free replacement warranty that you get on the smartphone. Even broken screen and water damage gets covered there. Lastly, talking about the battery and storage, the 3200 mAh of battery does impress by lasting long, and it can easily go beyond one single working day. Moreover, it charges back pretty fast as well. It gets from 0 to full in under an hour. Storage, on the other hand, is even more impressive. You get 128 GB of internal storage, which is further expandable using a hybrid SIM slot. And that brings us to the end of my detailed analysis of the phone, and now it's time for me to tell you my verdict. Well, if I talk about making a quality comeback device, Micromax checks all the right boxes. Good design, good display, superb cameras, and a host of other features that make it a very compelling offering. In terms of spec sheet, the only flaw I can find would be the lack of an NFC. But modern day smartphones have moved beyond spec sheets, and Micromax has learned this lesson in the past pretty hard with a dud called Utopia. For the Dual 5, apart from the finicky software, the phone feels a tad bit expensive. You do want people to buy your comeback device, right? You see, long ago when Micromax was the market leader, these Chinese companies were just setting up and getting started. But right now, realities are different. Micromax is like that new kid in the block. The specs that Micromax is harping about, you can get the same ones on Coolpad Cool 1 Dual for half the price. Most importantly, when you're spending 25,000 on a smartphone, why would you not buy a OnePlus 3 or an Honor 8 instead? Well, if the answer is that because Micromax is available at a store near you, even Oppo and Vivo's are, and that too for much less price. So at the end, Micromax Dual 5 is a very compelling smartphone murdered with incorrect judgment and poor pricing. I wish I could get the patriotic angle here, but this copycat smartphone loses points even there. But again, those are my personal views on this smartphone, but what is more important for me to know is what your views are on this smartphone. So whatever they are, post them in the comment box below after you have liked this video and shared this with your friends. Most importantly, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and come back to see more of me. My name is Sid. Ciao.